Pile 3 is marble onyx marble. This is a strength stone. Get you some. Okay, let's get it. First card is Queen of Wands. Right off the bat, this is giving big like vitality energy. The Queen of Wands comes in to like offer you in relation to the full moon life, right? Like just really helping to offer you, you know, energy that will help you tap into just the life force of what you do, right? So really trying to help replenish you, help kind of illuminate whether it's people, things, circumstances, opportunities that are really meant to give you life, to replenish you in a way that helps you feel excited about every day. It's helping you to really, she's sitting, but like stand your ground, really feel like you're living through your life's purpose. You're living through the heart, right? So in astrology, we know that like the sun sign, people, we identify really with our sun sign because that is our heart space, right? The sun in astrology is symbolic of the heart. So we are moving through life and what we do really from that heart space. That's really who we are. That is our soul identity, right? So the Queen of Wands is coming through and saying like, what is your soul purpose? You literally can live from the heart if you're willing to really own it, really own like what lives in your heart. What is your heart's desire? What makes you, what gives you life? Like, what is it? And maybe some of us don't know that yet, and that's fine. This is like a gateway to like, to, you know, getting curious about it as well. But this Queen of Wands energy is the strongest energy of the wands as far as that feminine energy, that like manifestation, giving birth, right? Like bringing forth that life. It's really trying to empower you that you can live your heart's truth. You can do or be, or, you know, follow or just like, run after like whatever it is that makes your heart just like beam with joy. And if you don't know what that is yet, this is encouraging you to like get curious about that. It's coming in with like heavy willpower, the power of free will, right? So helping you not get too fucked up by like just giving your like illusions of like giving your power away. This is like, I'm getting like saying no, like just say no. If you needed to hear that, it's okay to say no. If it doesn't align with your heart, the answer is no, and you don't need to give an explanation. And I guess the same with like if the answer is yes. This is encouraging you, like if you've been considering like starting something that really, again, speaks to you in this really soul, like deep way, like go get it. Like, yes. If the answer is yes, embody it and own it and embrace it. You also are, I think a lot of people too, like right now are looking up to you in a way that might feel like scary or intimidating, or I don't know, like, or you just might not think like people really do. And it's like, no, people really do. We all do that. Like we all look to each other for like maybe validation, or we want to see like, is it safe? Okay, so if I see you do it, then maybe I perceive that as it's safe for me to do it. Queen of Wands is coming in and saying like, what if you like played around with the idea that like you're that person, and instead of looking out to the world and trying to see someone else doing it or getting some sort of validation or permission from the elites or the celebrities or whatever that we look up to and put on this pedestal, what if like you were that person? And what if you like played around with that idea every day and you woke up and you just like embodied that? And what if the folks look to you and not necessarily as like a permission slip, but like a, oh my God, it's safe. You know, that person is living their truth and working intentionally towards living from a place of truth amidst a fucking chaotic environment, right? Amidst so many outside forces attempting to like tell them that they can't. I mean, how powerful. Your second card is blessings. The yellow is really powerful as far as, again, just like bringing forth so much life and vitality and offering you energy that's really just like filling that cup back up again. This is asking you to just like look around at your blessings, to really try to integrate a routine or a practice of, you know, reflecting on your blessings and giving thanks, a gratitude journal list, some sort of ritual where you're really honoring all that you have, all that you've done. All that you have doesn't necessarily have to be like things or materialistic world. It can be, but it can also be who you have, right? I often like give thanks to my higher self and the woman that I'm becoming, because she is alive in my mind, she's alive in my heart, and so I give thanks for my current ability, like my current self's ability to like believe and have the faith that she will emerge and manifest at the right time in my life. So you can be so creative with what you give thanks for, and the more that we like honor and give thanks to what we have right now. And sometimes I mean, I give thanks to like the shitty things that have happened to me too, when I'm in a place to do that. So the more we do that and get on that like regular routine of just fucking gratitude, the universe is recognizing that we're in a place of welcoming in more. We're creating room, right? So the universe provides, nature provides, and what we're really saying, like again on a really like deep soul level, is I'm surrendering all the control that I try to think I have, because I'm so content and thankful for this moment, and I'm so content and thankful for, you know, my family, for my home, for having, you know, it's like you're just like rallying off the gratitude, and the universe is saying, oh, okay, they're at a place of contentment, of acceptance, like radical acceptance of reality, again, amidst all these challenges and like forces that could make them believe that they don't have enough. You're saying, fuck scarcity. I'm here now. I'm grateful for this, that, and the third. Universe is saying, oh, they're ready. And it's like, boom, that's how manifestation occurs. You're also tapping into the law of attraction. So like get jiggy with that this full moon, because blessings are, you know, trying to reach you, but you have to meet. That's what it's like, where we meet the universe halfway, is like we honor and just accept the conditions of reality. And we tell ourselves, okay, what do I have control over? What can I do with this energy? Well, I can give thanks and I can say thank you. And I can notice just how incredibly blessed I am in this moment. And I can really ground in faith that although I don't see what I want, maybe right in front of me, there's still plenty surrounding me that I can say thank you for. Your third card is the Knight, life and death, the ending and beginning of cycles. So what a powerful energy to come in right after Queen of Wands and blessings, because so much like what we were just discussing about, like when we give gratitude, we're really trying to create that momentum for you know, manifestation, to bring forth, give birth, new opportunities, new circumstances, just like newness, new life, all these things. The Knight is coming through to, I think, really balance out, like, look at this blessing energy. It's like, it's the daytime, life is emerging, right? And then in the night, we often think of like death, darkness, right? Like we don't see, we're asleep. So we're not actually, most of us aren't engaging in life in the nighttime. So this is really offering you, I mean, you also have 2 birds, so that's really cool. Just the balance of like, try to create this routine where you're again, like giving thanks, you're engaging in life, you're living your life's purpose, and notice like how things start to shift and change for you. That chapters of your life are ending. There's certain, in order to have life, right? In order to like, bring forth life or engage in life on a really deep level, we also have to acknowledge and honor that death is a part of that. So without life, without death, there wouldn't be life, right? So really honoring duality at this time, embracing death into your life, not as like that, not the not the surface understanding of like death, like someone has died, loss. Yes, that's a piece of death, but death is this like much larger symbolic kind of energy, and understanding about our own existence, right? Of course, there's so much grief, there's so much pain, and there's so much loss in the topic of death. But I think right now, like the full moon's helping you to notice when certain things in your life are waiting for you to give permission, to kind of die. And that can be parts of you, that can be parts of your identity that you no longer are aligned with, or perhaps ideas that you don't associate with who you are now. That can be relationships, it can be a job, it can be so many things. It can be patterns of how you perceive the world, or how you draw like understandings of what you perceive. So the night's coming in to really balance a lot of what you're feeling with this like reassuring kind of reminder that it's okay for things to leave your life. It's okay for a cycle to end, because when a cycle is ending, really try to ground in faith. And I'm not always like, faith can be however you want to define it, okay? But really what faith is it's really like a belief of what you can't see. So try to ground in that. If something is ending, then that must mean that something else is trying to start. I mean, that's the cycle of life, right? That's how we have emerged and evolved as a species. That's how like we give birth, we die, like this like reciprocal kind of cycle and circle of life, and that you are a part of that. We're all a part of that, right? So if something is kind of trying to come to an end, or there's signs that something is ending, honor the feelings, like totally valid to have, whatever your response looks like. Grieve. Grief is on a spectrum. It's confusing. Grief doesn't, in my opinion, necessarily have an ending point. It just shifts and change as we shift and change. So honor that, but also if you can try to have or carve out a little bit of a moment or space to consider that when things have an ending, there is something emerging and brewing in the shadows that's giving forth new life, right? And don't resist that. Honor it, feel it, but don't try to resist. Because again, I mean, you started with Queen of Wands, you have the blessings, you're getting supported by this like life force, momentum, and energy. And then there is this reminder that like, okay, with that, are you willing to like let something go in order to gain, right? Your fourth card is Be Vigilant. So this dragon has like the tree of life in the middle, and it's just like in flames. So a lot of like thinking about life and death, like a lot of heaviness can, maybe like heavy, dark energy can cause us to be like hyper vigilant. And so I think what this is trying to help you acknowledge with the full moon, and thinking about the themes of the full moon, letting go, releasing, surrendering, honoring, and trying to be still, is to be vigilant in what it is that you really want, but also like try to have your own back as much as possible. Try to just like, I don't want to say like keep going, like to like push against what feels right for you as far as what your energy is, but like don't give in, right? Like honor what it is that's coming up for you, but don't throw in the towel. It's going to be so incredibly tempting to throw in the towel. But if you can save like even just like an ounce of your energy for your own kind of perseverance, I think that's really going to serve you right now. And I think that you are being a bit tested. But if you can try to really like remind yourself of just resilience, right? Being a survivor. You don't have to live in survival mode, but remembering how perhaps survival mode has helped you, helped aid you in your just in your growth, and how you just like keep chugging along. I think there's skills that are going to be like tested to like tap into that, but just be vigilant on how you take from that reserve and use it wisely. Don't use it to necessarily go so hard that you burn out, right? Or that you don't have any like energy left to like tap into like the abundance and the life that's trying to like reach you right now. But I think as following to like the Knight card, be vigilant is like, endings bring up a lot of stuff for us, and they tempt us to have this illusion or like buy into the illusion of like what we once had. And it's like, oh, don't you want that? Remember how good that felt? Remember this? And so be vigilant on how you're being, when a cycle's trying to close, it tries to bring us with it, because the energy notices that there's been a shift that's happened, and it tries to pull us back because it wants life, right? And that's where our power comes in. When I say it wants life, it's really just like our psyche and our us that do that. We like project that onto it. So if you can be vigilant and notice like what's actually trying to come to an end, and how it's tempting you, or it's trying to like trick you into like not letting it go. Take from it what you find helpful and essential to your growth moving forward. Right? You might not know that in the moment of letting it go. Often we don't. Like we have to make that sacrifice. We have to like take that leap of faith and let it go. And we often don't really have like a conceptual understanding of like what it is that we had to like, what we get to take from that and apply now until after, if you're like invested in the healing and the work of reflecting as to why. So just be vigilant. Notice kind of what might feel like tempting and actually more, instant gratification-y than how it's serving you not only now, but in your future self. Your final card is Archangel Raphael. See with enlightened eyes, open to abundance. I mean, come on. So much to do with vigilant. Open your eyes. See what's in front of you for what it is, not what you want to believe it could have been. Try to resist like hypothetical thinking. Oh, this person or this opportunity or this job or this, that. I really wanted it to be this. I still want it to be that. Well, it's not. And I know that sounds harsh, but like that can really be helpful when we are trying to let something go so we can emerge into something more fulfilling, right? More in alignment with our life. Be open to abundance because it's coming. And once we are able to kind of let go of what's no longer serving us, again, we're giving the universe that cosmic message that like, I'm open to receive. I'm open to receive abundance and new life into my life. That's going to replace what it is that I'm letting go and letting die in order to like really take charge and be on the forefront of that life cycle. So hope this helps. Good luck.